You're not using the computer?
Yeah, I won't be using it. Hello, listeners. Welcome again to today's talk. And today I wanted to share something that's happening in my country, Kenya, that really doesn't please me. It doesn't make me happy at all. You see, when they said they were changing the constitution, they wanted to tackle the poverty problems in Kenya and Africa as a whole. They wanted to make even the distribution of wealth and say money, so that each and every citizen of this country can have a chance at getting money and acquiring wealth in general. I really was happy to hear that. It was very good to hear that. Only that it later turned and changed into something else. What was called free and what was called now, say, poverty alleviation, now it is going around with strings attached. See, the biggest problem to us in the villages was poverty. In Kenya, in the villages, the biggest problem was poverty. There was education, yes. The church brought school, then another one brought a hospital, then the government Department of Health brought dispensaries around, and then the Department of Transport and Communications built roads everywhere. It brought electricity. That was all that. But the problem was how to make the economy, how to make money generating activities available for the people in the villages. See that we didn't have any idea of, or the villagers that is, didn't have any idea of how to make money, how to make money generating activities in the villages. So we ended up depending on the government expert. Every time you mention this thing to an old man, or say the village people, try and open up businesses so that you can earn an income for yourselves. They would answer, or they can answer you to wait for the government expert until he gives them a word or he does something for them, something that will make them do it, to know the right direction to go with the economic activities. The village people didn't know about commerce. They didn't know anything about economics. All that they knew about was tilling their gardens, planting, and then taking care of the crops until it matures. Then they harvest it and keep it in their stores. You talk to them about money, the answer is obviously, I don't know anything. Go ask the government experts. See that? So the villagers depended mainly on the government. So it is up to the government to generate what? Enough activity for the villagers to start, to enable them, to give them a start. See that? To show them the direction, how to go about that, or what they meant by economic activities or money generating activities in the villages. See that? So, and in those days, Africa was just coming, knowing what is happening in this world. You ask them that, most of the time they would refer you to the Mzungu, to the white man in London. Ask him how to do it. What is it that you want? we wanted to show them how to start a business. See that they would tell you, oh no, business, money is, ask the white man. He's the one who knows where money comes from and how to open a business. See that? So that is how it was. There was no way. Poverty was the biggest problem. People didn't have any way of sharing or acquiring these services or property because there was little knowledge about commerce and economics. So they didn't know that. And most of the time they left these people, they were left behind in development projects, when people planned or when the government created programs that targeted them, poverty alleviation programs. These people were left behind. They didn't know how to do what. They didn't know that it was aimed at helping them, and most of them. And at that time, in those days, most of them, a bigger population, they didn't go to school. But those who had gone to school had the same psychology in them. People leaving the village, going to queue or going to queue the Ministry of Labor offices, wanting an employment. Others going to live on the streets, verandas, see that, in search of an employment. Others had to change careers from accountants, from sportsmen, from other careers to careers, things that they didn't plan for in their lives. They went and became what? Drug peddlers. They got involved in things that went against the laws of this country. And so they ended up doing what? They ended up living a life that was not even on their that was not even on the list of things to be achieved in their lives. So people went around and became robbers, see that, became terrorists. Others became all sides of all types of evils on the streets, just because it can give them an income. So that was what it was. So now the government has come here with a poverty alleviation program, and then they are charging something for the what? For the services again. Oh, they call it minimal charges, minimal amount. See that? So, with the coming of the new lifestyles in the country, with the coming of the changes in the political system, the changes in the systems of governance in general, sincerely speaking, all the government services in this country, all the government services in Kenya, and all the government services on the continent, African continent, should be free. It should be provided free to the people. It should be provided free to the villagers. You see that when you call it minimal amount, the villagers, the people in the villages cannot even earn even even they cannot even the smallest money to enable them to go to school, to enable them to get the cheapest medicines in the pharmacies. They don't have no. Poverty is Africa's biggest problem, and we ask the Kenyan government and everyone in the power in controlling controlling or deciding for the Kenyan country, everyone, all the people on the continent who have the power to decide for their countries what should be done and what should not be done, to stand up and talk for the villagers. It is bad to call them poor people, but because poverty is curable, you just need to create an economic activity that brings an income, and you have cured poverty. It is bad to call them poor people. So with the coming of the new systems of governance on the globe, this time, especially in Africa and Kenya, I think that all the government services should be provided free to the people. You shouldn't charge me for stationery. You shouldn't charge me for the electricity that is used. You shouldn't charge me for the fuel, the diesel or petrol that is used to run the plant, the inventory. You shouldn't. It should be completely free, 100% free, just for the good and benefit of its people, the country's people, and not what is going on. See that? So maybe those people who are the leaders, those people who are in power, don't have a way of knowing what is happening, because probably them personally, they didn't participate. They don't have any idea of what poverty looks like, because they didn't get the feel of it in their families. But the world is gone. The earth's resources are dwindling slowly. The populations are overwhelming. The populations and human activity in general are overwhelming the environments, the earth resources, the ecosystem of activity. The grass cannot grow. When it starts germinating, somebody has come with a shoe, stepped on it, and it has gone down. It's done what? It is dying, it is drying. See that? Before a tree germinates, before it grows to provide enough firewood, somebody has come with a machete. So we harvest and consume the earth's resources prematurely before they do what? They mature, before they produce enough volume, and they give us the right quality. So that way, there is no way that it can provide a remedy for for the poverty. It has got to be a man-made solution to solve the poverty. It cannot just be. Nature can't provide that anymore, because the human population has overwhelmed the ecosystem. The time it takes for the circle. See that? The time it takes for the circle to heal and produce the seasons to come around again. See that? Until the fruits and the fruits and everything, the vegetation has matured and it has ripened for consumption. There is no time for that. We touch it before it does what? Before it matures, and we harm it, and there is nothing like, there's no forest, there is no rock. Everything is numbered and everything is counted. There is nowhere you can go and pick a stick and go and sell it without being asked for a number. Who gave you the permission to go and cut the stick? It has always got to be the stick with a number. You have to move around with permission on a paper, written on a paper, in order to go get there and cut a stick and come back. So the best thing, if the government wanted to help us If the government wanted to solve the problem of poverty, the government should provide free services to its citizens. When I say free services, it includes all government services, no matter what they look like. And then it comes education, then comes medical services, and then comes shelter, fooding, clothing, and everything else that we were taught in our geography lessons in school. It has got to be that, and there's no shortcut, there's no alternative. We have to do that. So that's how it is. And the idea of charging minimal amounts for the stationery and the power and all that, I don't think it is good. That way the country and all its sources, all its harvests, all its gains, economically, agriculturally, and all other spheres of life will be left for the rich, those who have the power, those who can earn a coin and do what? And spend it comfortably. Otherwise, we will have to have free services, and there's no shortcut. It has always got to be our government to save us from all these problems. Those who have the power to generate an income and contribute to the government revenue, so that we can do what? Can help everyone. Those who within the boundaries of this country can help those who don't have the power, who don't have even the chance to get money. It has always got to be that way, and that's how it is. That's how it is. So if this media will fall on the ears of any of my government staff, please take action, do something about it. We want free government services and everything free from the government, so that even if I can't get money, even if I don't get unemployment, even if the harvest this year doesn't answer me well, the harvest doesn't do well, I will continue living a good life with all the services in place. See that? Be they medical, be they whatever they are, they should be in place. They should not go with the season. When the season goes down, everything goes down, and perhaps you can't even get a piece of soap for a shower. Perhaps the water supply department comes and disconnects your taps, and the electricity people will follow in. Like that. You can't sleep now, you can't do everything. We just want that thing to be altered, and the government should provide for the people. You see that? You see that, people? We cannot just go. It is bad. This is the 21st century. New things, advanced things, scientifically, and in all other spheres of life, we are advanced, and we should tackle the 21st century's problems with highly advanced tactics and techniques and everything new and enough to have us solve the 21st century problems. That solve how to get money, how to get an education, how to get that, and so that we can all be able to escape the pains of the grind in the everyday's life, in the search for bread, search for every day is what? Every day is shares everything that makes us to continue existing. See that bread, money, and all that. So we have wanted and we have looked for, moved around, and I look, and it looks like that thing is coming back. Only those with money will get the government forms and government services, and you'll be left out. You see that? Whatever it is, whatever the cost will be, let everyone struggle, let everyone work hard to make sure that the problem of poverty, the problem of lack of money does not continue hindering the people in the lowest classes of life in this country from getting an education, getting a chance to acquire property, chance to acquire skills, and a chance to acquire medical services and clothing and all that in this country. Whatever the technique and procedures will look like, whatever the cost will be, it doesn't matter. What matters is that the guy in the village, the people in the village, can get a chance to participate in what goes on in their country comfortably like that. That is all that I had for today. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye till the next time I'll get something that we will whisper about. Thank you and goodbye.